Aloha, what's up everybody? Welcome to another episode of Omens. I'm JayDreamerZ, and in this segment we talk about the omens of the apocalypse, which is on the way, which I can't wait for. And I'm so glad to see everyone who's in the chat, all the people who've been supporting me. I've been working on, I'm on Instagram, TikTok, what are the other things? Anyways, I've been working on trying to figure out how Facebook works. I have like my own Facebook personal one, but then I made like a Facebook fan page or whatever, and I'm trying to figure out how to start being more active on that. And Snapchat, possibly. I don't know. I upload goofy dumb stuff to Snapchat. So if you want to see me being goofy and dumb, like has nothing to do with my content and just get to know me, maybe you could find me on there. Anyways, yeah, today's Omens episode. And a big shout out to everybody at the Jackalope Freedom Festival. Yay! Where I'm going to be a keynote speaker this Friday. I'm actually packing up all day today. I've been getting ready. It's quite a drive. But thanks to you guys, I can make that drive. And I will be sipping some coffee today as I talk, because I'm a little bit tired. And I just wanted to say this too. If I ever do drink coffee, it's not like a shameless, plug hoping that people will donate so that I can get more coffee. I don't need $400 for coffee like some people. Okay, I need money for gas. I need money to pay my cell phone bill and the electricity and all that other, normal poor people problems. Anyways, but regardless, I'll try not to slurp into the microphone. Okay, sweet. All right, cool. You guys ready to do some omens? I don't know why I keep looking over there, probably because I'm over there. Where's my chat? Let me get my chat pulled up. I'm excited. I'm going to go down to the Jackalope Freedom Festival down in Arizona, down in Baca Meadows in the forest. And I'm going to give a couple presentations. One's going to be an omens presentation. I might give another one. Well, I will give another one about the plasma apocalypse and our ancient Oblivion. I just don't know if I'm going to break that up into two different presentations or not. I'm going to set up a table. I'm going to sell my books and sign autographs and do merch and sell some other trinkets and stuff. It should be a good time. I'm pretty excited about it. Let me check on my chat. Hold on. Let me just make sure you guys can hear me okay. I'm seeing a few people in the chat. We got Welsh, Chastity, Cat Van Du, good to see you. Nancy Ross, Lady Tash, Ocean Cat, Ghetto War says I'm the man, thank you. Shadow Hunter, good to see you. Keiko Demon, Piper Lynn, good to see you too. Let's see, we got Ryan H, Chris, Scooby-Doo. That's it for now. All right, sweet. So let's jump right into the omens, shall we? What we all came to see. The apocalypse is coming. I'm telling you. Like, I'm going to speak, as always, from my perspective, okay? I'm going to speak from my little path, which is a little tiny path in the grand scheme of all the people on Earth. But damn, it's convincing to me as I look at these types of things. Let's start with plasma, shall we? My favorite. Plasma. I featured this video like 2 episodes ago, I think. Ball lightning, gigantic ball lightning. All right, you can expect to see this. These are little omens of things that are going to come. Omens are previews into the next world. They're little windows that open up and strange anomalies and weird things start to happen as we move into another cycle. But I'm going to play this video and you can see this was on the news, so this isn't speculative or anything. What's up, Kathy Reed? High five, good to see you. This is on the news. Many different news stations caught this. These people caught a giant ball of plasma way out in this field. And then watch, it'll dissipate too. It's electricity. It's ionized gas. Let me see if I can catch it disappearing here for you guys. I don't know. Well, it kind of fades out. But listen, my point is, these, oftentimes people they call them ball lightning often whenever it's on the ground. These are in the sky. These are all over the place in the sky. Go out on any clear night. You will see one of these bad boys flying through the air. And oftentimes you'll know it's a plasma ball because they don't last that long. They might go, a few miles or whatever, but they'll dissipate. They'll just turn off. The lights will go off. That's usually a big fat ball of plasma. And why is this happening? Why this is happening, right? This used to be unheard of. This used to be a myth, basically. Okay. In our modern age, people are like, ball lightning doesn't exist. That's a myth. That's a myth. That's not real. There you go. Okay. They also thought gorillas were myths 100 years ago. Like there's all kinds of stuff they thought was a myth until it wasn't, right? But this is because of the gases, right? The different gases that are coming up out of the earth and being released from the ocean as the ocean heats up. And these gases are ionizing. They're contributing to more pressure in the atmosphere. More atmospheric pressure makes it easier for the gases to ionize, to combust, etc. So we get things like streamers, plasma filaments, and balls, self-contained toroidal fields. That's what they are. They're toroidal. The toroidal field is actually what keeps, or I should say, the magnetism of this toroidal field in this particular area where that ball is. Here, let me press play. Is what keeps it self-contained, right? As that toroidal field starts to become unstable, then the plasma will release and it will dissipate, which I hope they show. Are they going to show it? They're not going to show it, are they? Because I want them to. Well, it's cool because whenever they show it disappearing, like you could tell it's electricity. Anyways, all right, let's move on to the next thing. This is everywhere. You see this all over the place, okay? Now, this one was sent to me by a viewer. This was brought to my attention by one of my viewers. This article says, arachnophobes beware. Hordes of tarantulas are set to swarm parts of the United States. Fudge that. Hordes of tarantulas? That's an omen on its own and disgusting, and I hate it. But it's also a giant spider, and gigantism is going to return to this world. Everything's real small right now, except for a lot of stuff that's in the ocean, all right? Because of the buoyancy and stuff, they retained a lot of their large size. But a lot of things are real tiny, including us. In the age to come, when the atmospheric pressure releases and there's more buoyancy in our world on the surface up here, and there's more oxygen in the air and stuff, a lot of things are going to grow to gigantic sizes. And for all the people that have left me comments saying, plants won't grow to gigantic sizes because they don't breathe oxygen. Yes, they do. Look it up. Okay? Look it up. Google it real quick. What do plants breathe at night or when the sun is gone and there is no sun, as there won't be here in the near future? They breathe, ta-da, oxygen, buddy. Okay, anyways, but the point of this article, actually, they brought it to my attention because I was talking about the number 88 last time and how these different numbers keep popping up. For some of us, we see these different numbers all over the place, and I talked about how the number 88 keeps popping up over and over, and that the number 88 itself is an omen. And some people might say they are doing it, right? That it's them making fun of us. They're rubbing it in our faces. They are laughing at us. I don't think so. I think the them that you're talking about don't want you to know a damn thing. They don't want you to have their secrets. They're not going to rub it into your face. They're not going to hide it in plain sight. They're trying their damnedest for you to not become aware of these things. However, there's another them. There's a different them, okay? I call this the two Illuminatis. There's the Illuminati that wants to remain, that wants to screw with you and control you, basically. It's the one that you all are aware of. But then there is another group of enlightened individuals that you could call the Illuminati, who does not want to force anything upon you. They don't want to put it out there in your face. They want to give you clues. They want to leave you little breadcrumbs so that the enlightened among you will ask questions, that you'll pick up on these little clues, right? And then there's a third them, which is really just it's Earth. Okay, Earth speaks to us in hieroglyphs, in picture form, in dreams, in images. This is how the Earth speaks. So, how does the Earth, the pencils? If the Earth were to write us a book or a message, the Earth wouldn't like develop a hand and start writing a book or anything. It would use us and nature and everything that's on the Earth as an omen, as a sign in picture form. And how do I explain this? The energy of the earth, the life force of the earth, resonates throughout all things in the earth, including us. So when the earth wants to give us a message, I personally don't think the earth can help but to give us a message. I don't know if it wants to or not, but it resonates through us subconsciously, collectively, subconsciously. I have like a hair right on my face or something. Anyways, it resonates through us, and we subconsciously pick up on these messages, not knowing that they're coming from Mother Nature itself. And then we pass them along. So, for example, whoever wrote this article put the number 88 right there at the beginning. There's no reason for that. It looks like it would be a typo or something. However, the rest of the article I've gone over is pretty well written. There are no mistakes or anything. It's just a random number 88 at the very beginning of this article. And as I've told you guys before, I'll share with you my opinion on the symbolism behind the number 88. I study etymology. I study symbolism, right? Not symbology. That's so funny. It reminds me of there's this movie called The Boondock Saints, and this one idiot, he's like, what's the symbology there? And then William Dafoe's character is like, I think you mean symbolism. And I want to say that so many times to so many people. Anyway, symbology is a word, symbolism is a word, but they're used differently. So anyways, I study symbolism, right? I study picture form, I study dreams, I study petroglyphs and hieroglyphs and anything that has to do with pictures, okay? Tarot cards and Rosicrucian symbolism, Illuminati and Freemasonic symbolism. I love it, all of it. Not just the symbolism that's passed and shared amongst the humans, right, from human to human, but the symbolism of the world, the symbolism of the earth, as I've been talking to you about. The number 88, okay? It comes from ancient Phoenician, right? Which I believe is the first actual language to go from picture form to glyphs, or letters, you could say, right? And originally, numbers were letters. They were pictures, right? So what was the picture of the number 8? It wasn't an Ouroboros. It wasn't like an infinite sign or anything like that. In ancient Phoenician, thank you, Wheezies. I'll get right to you. In ancient Phoenician, it was the 8th letter. So we have Aleph, Beit, Gimel, Dalet, He, Vav, Zayin, Chet. Chet. Or it's written out Chet sometimes. And it looks like a ladder. And what it was it was a picture form that symbolized and represented many different things, but most of all, a boundary marker that was outdoors. Similar to like a fence, okay? But it was originally drawn by drawing the sky or the firmament, the ground, and then 3 beams that connected the sky and the ground. These were there's the central beam, which is Mount Meru, and the beam of light, the blue beam, that is projected up out of it. And then we have the flanking 2 beams on the side, right? Those are 8 and 8. Those are the pillars of Hercules. They surround the Garden of Eden. They surround Atlantis. They surround Hyperborea. They mark the limits of the Southlands here where we live. Once you go past or beyond the Pillars of Hercules and you travel northward towards those 2 poles, those 2 witnesses, those 2 lampstands, those 2 angels, however you want to see it, you will be entering into paradise. A terrestrial paradise, which is what my second book is all about. It's called Return to Hyperborea, and I explain this in my first book and my second book. Anyways, that's the number 88, and oftentimes it's associated with time travel. Why? Because when you go into this land, you feel like you are in a land before time. You feel like you have traveled through time into the past, depending on your perspective. Some people might see it as a post-apocalyptic future or something, but you feel like you've gone back into the Stone Age or something, right? Where there's gigantic creatures and huge flora and fauna and stuff. Anyway, let's continue on. Oh, Wheezy, where's Wheezy? Hold up, let me say thank you. Wheezy just donated $5 as a super chat and said, "This path is so fun, JayDreamerZ and the Good Vibe Tribe. I wonder what a plasma ball does besides dissipate." I don't know what. I don't know what you even said. What does that mean? Dissipate. dissipate. That's probably what you meant. What does it do besides dissipate? It will electrocute the crap out of you, I'm sure, depending on, the conditions. So yeah, be careful, okay? I don't recommend touching ball lightning or anything like that. There's probably lots of different things that it can do. Thank you so much for your donation. All right, let's move on. Oh, no, yeah, I skipped to the joke. Hold on. Pay no attention to that next slide. This article says, why on Earth is the planet's day getting shorter? Oh, the days are shortening? The shortening of the days. Cheers to the apocalypse. I'm so excited. There are so many omens to discuss, and it's just in your face. It's in my face. It's evident to me. And I'm not here to convince anybody. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. Like, I already know for a fact. I don't want to say absolutely, but it's damn close to absolutely, okay? I already know most people don't believe in any of this stuff. They don't care. There's no such thing as the apocalypse. Okie dokie. Right? Okay. Well, anyways, I'm not here. It's not a religion. I'm not here to convince you. I'm not going to go knocking on people's door, asking them if they want to hear the good news of the freaking reset or anything like that. As a matter of fact, I'm helping it if I can. I don't know. I probably can't help it, but like, the never-ending story where there's that big rat wolf dog thing, and it's like, I'm helping the nothing or whatever, right? That I vibe with that. Like, I want the apocalypse to come. I'm sorry. I know people have family. They've got brothers and sisters and children and this and that. So do I understand. But when you understand what is beyond the apocalypse, when you understand what it is for, and that is, it is a cleansing of the world you live in. If you look around and you see a toxic, upside down, perverse generation, only speaking of the humans, there's lots of other issues as we're going to go over here today. I'm taking my time with this one. With this particular episode, I'm just going to take my time. I'm just going to rant. The coffee helps, I guess. Anyway, the hell was I talking about? Why on earth is the planet's day getting shorter? Oh, yeah, that's my point. So if you understand that there are rewards, okay, for surviving the apocalypse, especially if you make it to one of these places of power, or specifically the ultimate place of power, which is a terrestrial paradise at the center of the world at the North Pole that I call Hyperborea. If you can make it there, you're going to be doing quite well. You're going to live for a very long time. You're going to grow. You're going to become younger. So it's literally the fountain of youth, physically. There's all kinds of, you're going to have superpowers compared to today. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait for it. Telepathy. I mean, it's going to be so good. What else? And I'm going to have lots of time to study and experience. You know what I mean? Like, I'm 45. Some people are like, yeah, you look 45. I'm like, damn, what kind of comment was that? Anyways, yeah, man, I'm a baby. I'm a little baby. Okay. We're aging too fast, and this is related to the whole shortening of the days thing too, right? The time is speeding up, okay? And there's so many proofs. I have a whole video about time speeding up, a couple of them actually. Go check out my Ancient Oblivion playlist. I believe they're, I put them in there within the last month or two, right? But we really covered the topic of time speeding up. I'm convinced. I know it. Deep down, okay? Time's passing faster. The timekeeping method, I should say, is passing faster. The luminaries that this is supposed to be based on, the clock, is passing faster, okay? This is basically our world, this clock, if you put it flat like that, and then like the luminaries go over it. Anyways, why on earth is the planet's day getting shorter? Well, as we learned last time, academics, those geniuses of the world, who we all look up to, and we say, they already figured it out. They've already been to the moon. They've already discovered this. They've already done this and that. You want to know what they say? Beavers. That's right. Time's speeding up because of beavers. Damn beavers. Making those dams. They literally say because there are so many dams that have been built on Earth, that it's throwing off the Earth's vibe, and it's making it too fat in some places, and so it's like speeding up. I don't understand any of the kind of logic There is no logic to what I am reading. Okay. I know that they think it's logical, but that's how academics is. They can talk in circles all day long and be like, see? Makes sense to me. Doesn't make a damn bit of sense to me. But here's what they say. Dams around the world hold so much water. They've shifted the Earth's poles. New research shows. That's why I put the beavers, because beavers, I'm pretty sure if I did the math, have contributed more to the blockage of water over time than humans have. Okay, we might build bigger dams, but beavers, you know, have been building them and build more of them than we do over the course of time. So, anyways, they're quite serious about this. Dams. Damn. This is why is time speeding up? Damn. It's dams. Humans. It's us. We're doing it. We're speeding up time. Oh, you want to speed up time? All you gotta do is build some dams. This is a dead serious article. There's lots of them out there like this too. Dam construction since 1835 has caused the Earth's poles to wander away from the planet's rotational axis. Rotational. Because of, listen, the planet isn't rotating. The sky, the luminaries, not even the firmament. That's my perspective. I know some people think the firmament moves. I don't. It will move one of these days, and when it does, better duck and cover. The planet's... Hold on, let me read this again. Dam construction since 1835 has caused the Earth's poles to wander away from the planet's rotational axis. That's called the axis mundi, the axis of the Earth, right? The Earth is stable, except for earthquakes and crap like that. But they're just not spinning. If you think the Earth is spinning, maybe, you know, that's your perspective. Maybe there's a reason why you think the Earth is spinning. Maybe something else is spinning. I don't know. I'm just saying. But I don't believe that the Earth is spinning. I don't feel it. Otherwise, I'd be holding on. Hold on, everyone. I'm trying to live stream. Oh, that's too much. Calm down, Jay. Because of the massive weight of water reservoirs. What the fudge does that have to do with anything? It's like a ballerina, and she like tucks in her arms, and she goes faster, and all the water and time shortens. What? That reminds me of an episode of Married with Children where Al Bundy, he was a shoe salesman. Okay, it's a good TV show. Al Bundy, this all-American kind of dad, he comes home. He's always talking about his issues with fat women coming into the shoe store, and the shoe store had this Moonlight Madness sale. So he's dressed up as a werewolf, right? And his buddy's like, Al, what does werewolves have to do with selling shoes? And his logic was the same logic that like academics uses. He goes, you know, nighttime, full moon, werewolf, shoes. That was pretty much his reasoning. All right, let me continue on here. Check out this red lake. Right? This has been like this for a long time. It's not a new red lake, but there are ones popping up all over the place. It's called Lake Hiller in Australia. High five to my Australian friends. High five to Ian out there in Australia. And Kimma in Tasmania. Good to see you guys. What else? Pink lakes in Western Australia get their color from pigments produced by microbes. But climate change and other human threats are killing these tiny organisms. Make no mistake. Climate change, or the Earth getting hotter, the surface world, which is because of the point of focus above us that brings heat into this world, you call it the sun, it is narrowing. Daytime, or the length of days, is shortening. The redistribution of that light, because the light actually comes from behind the sun, it collects into, or all those rays meet into a focal point, and that's what you see in the sky. It redistributes down here into what we call daytime. Okay, so if this is daytime, like this is the focal point at the very top, and then all this down here is daytime, right? And it moves over the world or whatever. The daytime is narrowing, which means it gets more focused, which means it gets hotter and hotter and hotter. And that has that's a domino that pushes over many other dominoes in our world. But anyways, this is an omen, because pretty soon, a third of the oceans, according to the book of Revelation, going to look like this. Okay, even if it doesn't turn red, we're still going to be talking more about these harmful algal blooms. In Pennsylvania, here in the United States, Pennsylvania issues a statewide advisory about harmful algae in recreational waters. It says here, the Pennsylvania Department of Health has issued a statewide health advisory warning residents and medical professionals about the potential dangers of harmful algal blooms in recreational water bodies. And you see that? What are some of these dangers? Let's find out. Let me see what they say here. Potential dangers of harmful algal blooms. Now, this is important because most of the world's surface where we live, right? And keep in mind, there's other living spaces within the Earth. The Earth is like a house and we live on the roof. Okay, we live up here on the surface. There's an inner portion. It's also known as the hollow Earth, right? Up here, we're experiencing something a bit different than they're experiencing down there, but that's soon to flip. It's soon to change places. The dangers of harmful algal blooms. This is important because we live during the water world cycle. When the plasma apocalypse happens and atmospheric depressurization occurs, the oceans will get sucked up out of our world. There will be no more oceans. There will still be some large bodies of water, but nothing like the flooded surface that we have today. And if you know anybody that questions a worldwide deluge, which is a fancy word for a flood of the earth, take them to the beach. Show them the ocean. That's what that is. Okay? That's not from space snowballs that the earth flew through some space snowball, some snowstorm, some celestial snowstorm or some crap. That's literally what academics teaches children. Have fun with that. What are the dangers of these harmful algal blooms? This is going to happen. This is as the water heats up, the oxygen is being released from it, which is killing organisms that depend upon that oxygen, which is causing other organisms to eat dead, decaying bodies to thrive, like bacteria, which is causing the water to turn green. And when it gets hotter, that water will defend itself and change its pigmentation to red. And it will release neurotoxins, toxic chemicals that change the way you think and perceive and act. The potential dangers from harmful algal blooms. You guys see that? In recreational water bodies. Where is it? Well, where's the dangers? Oh, I thought I had it highlighted. Hold on. I mean, I could just tell you off the top of my head. The blooms can produce toxins that are harmful to animals. You see that? Humans and animals. They don't really go into detail about how they're harmful, but I'll just tell you, unless there's another article. Oh, there is another article. Let's check this one out. Stay out of Utah Lake. Utah is a state here in the United States where all the Mormons live. Stay out of Utah Lake, state officials warn, because of the harmful algal blooms. Officials are urging swimmers and paddlers, humans or pets, to avoid contact with the water. Man, I wish I could make this so everybody could see it. There you go. Avoid contact with the water. They're putting signs up like this all over the place. I had another viewer send me a picture of a sign. I think it was in Florida. Some signs where they're just starting to put all this stuff up. These are going up everywhere. I don't know why this is not... I mean, I don't watch the news, but this should be a huge red flag. They should be warning everybody on Earth about the water. The water is becoming toxic. Actually toxic, okay? And people, look at these people. They're paddling around in it, swimming in it and stuff. Hold on, let me see. Effect. No. Man, I had some of this highlighted. Look at that green water. You see that? That's bacteria. That's algae. That's crap. That's bad. You don't want to be in that. But the worst thing, I mean, it can also cause a lot of respiratory problems, okay? Because you're going to be breathing all this stuff in. And so you need to expect this. That's the next domino that's going to be tipped over. When the world's water supplies, lakes and oceans and beaches and streams and all this stuff, when they start releasing these neurotoxins and they start releasing this crap into the air, people are going to be breathing it in. And then they're going to start developing a respiratory problem. And then everyone suddenly is going to have respiratory problems. And then if people haven't studied and don't understand that it's coming from the water or the algae or the neurotoxins and all this other crap that's being released, they can name it whatever they want to. They could slap a new disease label on it, right? And they could, try to help you and insist that you go to your local drugstore or pharmacy so that you can get 20% off of groceries by getting, fixed. Anyways, what's next? Huge petroglyphs covered for years are unearthed at Pokai Bay. This is in Hawaii. Or Hawaii. I love Hawaii. I love the Hawaiian stuff. You see this petroglyph? Check this out. Let's watch this article.
What's old is new again in Leeward, Oahu, as shifting sands reveal ancient Hawaiian petroglyphs.
Did you hear what he said? What's old is new again. This is all about the cycle that we're going through, okay? That which once was will be again. That which is now will disappear, only to return in the future. It's cyclical. All of these things are cyclical. Now, some of these petroglyphs may be difficult to make out, so let me just tell you point blank what they are, okay? Because they're not going to tell you anything. They're going to be like, oh, it's related to some story a long time ago, and this lady even says some of these petroglyphs are male. I'll tell you exactly why they think that. Anyways, this is the Squatterman symbolism, as it's known, okay? It's a person with their hands up, or it's not a person, okay? I'll tell you exactly what it is. But it looks like a stick figure who's doing this. And the legs are kind of bowing out. Sometimes the legs go up, but they have their hands up in the air, okay? That is a beam of geoplasmas, or a beam of geoplasma that shoots up from the center of the world. And from volcanoes like those of Hawaii. Okay? Jeeps! Oh, my audio's clipping. Are you serious? Hold up. Oh no. The audio's... Oh, it's clipping. Oh, my bad. I got the mic too... The mic is too close. That's my fault. Okay. Sorry about that. I can't really hear it that good in my ears. That's my fault. Ah, I'm sorry about that. Oh, it's really bad? Oh man, is it that bad? Hold on, let me listen to it. That water will defend itself and change its pigmentation to red. And it will release neurotoxins. I don't think it sounds that bad. Toxic chemicals that change the way you think and perceive and act. Hold on. Amazing. I can't wait for it. Telepathy. I mean, it's going to be so good. I don't know. Doesn't sound that bad to me. But I'll still put the microphone a bit further away from my face. Sorry about that. All right, cool. Let's see. Where was I? Oh, that's right. So these are beams of light that shoot up into the sky and then they branch out, right? And they feather out into auroras. And the one that has, there's only one that will have a head. The rest of these will look like birds or headless people or I don't know. The people interpret it different ways. There is one on Earth, one of these stick figure geoplasmas. It's a beam, a pillar, a column, a straight line that shoots straight up into the sky until it splits off and branches out. Only one of them will have a head, okay? And that is the one that is at the center of the world that comes up out of Rupus Nigra, aka Mount Meru. I'm trying to be quieter. I was just excited. I'm sorry. The head is the apex dome that is at the top of the firmament, right above the North Pole. It droops downwards, okay? And it projects all the luminaries into our sky and stuff. People will see that. So that will be the head or the eye of some giant Titan Cyclops. You know, it depends on how people perceive it, okay? But anyways, let's check out the rest of this.
At Polkai Bay. It's been nearly a decade since the rock carvings made their last appearance.
In this exclusive story, we found...
I wonder if you mean that the audio is clipping for the video portion.
It's up, or it's not a person. Okay, I'll tell you exactly what it is, but it looks like a stick figure who's doing this. And
Hold
the
on.
legs are kind of Hawaii in my ears.
Oh.
That's my...
Decade since the rock carvings made their last
No, that sounds okay. I don't know. All right, I'm just gonna continue on. Let's see. Oh, let's listen to the rest of this.
People heading to the beach near the Army cabins to see the remarkable sight.
Now, do you hear that? They just call it a remarkable sight. That's it. When these strange anomalies, when this evidence and proof from what I call our ancient Oblivion suddenly appear or wash ashore or are discovered or rediscovered, they just say, yeah, isn't that cool? That's so cool, huh? Yeah, that's really cool. Wow, I want to go look at it. It's so cool. It's cool. That's it? It's cool? Oh my god. You see that? Oh, you can see one right here. See how it's like got the hands up like that, right? It shoots up and then it curves outward, okay? It shouldn't be so square like that, but you have to imagine, you have to think they're carving into rock, okay? If you've ever tried to carve your name into rock, it's really hard to make like curved lines. So when they draw the stick figure person, instead of making it go up and then branch outward like that, it just goes straight across and straight up, okay? That's why it looks like that. Now, there's one behind me. Here, let me show you. I want you to see this one behind me. Bam. Oh, that's not it. There we go. All right, you see this one behind me? Pay attention to my little mouse here. So here's the body. Here are the legs. These legs go up. Now remember, these are plasmas, okay? And I can explain why the legs sometimes go up and why they sometimes go down. But do you see how like the body goes all the way down and then it kind of hangs there in the middle? They would say that's a male because they are thinking it's between the legs of the stick figure, so that is a male part, right? Let me jump back in. It's not. It is not. It doesn't represent a male anything. It doesn't represent a boy or a girl or anything. You can personify it as such. You can project yourself upon it and onto it. You can cartoonify it and make it a boy or a girl, but it's not. It's not a human at all. It is spirit. It is plasma. It is energy. And the reason that that line goes all the way down between the quote-unquote legs is because those legs are a giant plasma sheath, a dome. I mean, it's a dome that kind of folds in the middle, but it's a protective barrier that goes around Hyperborea and the Garden of Eden. Okay, those are the legs that come down. What causes that? There are 7 different plasma volcanoes that go around that island, and they shoot their beams up into the sky, right? So a portion of that energy gets locked in to over the island, basically, right? Because I don't want to explain this too much because this is getting complicated and I don't want people to get lost. Anyways, my point is, those are the legs. It is a plasma barrier that goes around the Garden of Eden, okay? And it travels in one direction constantly. It's the Ouroboros, etc. But the beams from those volcanoes and stuff, a portion of those beams, they still continue up into the air. Okay, so sometimes people will see the beam portions continuing up, sometimes they don't, and they might fluctuate and stuff. But the central one is Mount Meru. So the part between the legs, that's actually where Rupus nigra is. That's the plasma shooting straight up. Anyway, sorry, I kind of screwed that explanation up. Let's see what else they say.
There is one big petroglyph with a little petroglyph right on top of it. The Makua holding the keiki on his shoulders and kiloing, just observing the area, just playing in the area. Mahalo e na pua.
Nani Peterson has lived on the Waianae coast her entire life and has never seen these petroglyphs at Polkai Bay until today.
They're still here. You know, that's the first thing that I can think of is our kupuna is definitely still here.
These ki'ipohaku at the Shoreline Sandstone are fronting Cabin 11 at the Pilila'au Army Recreation Center. The biggest one is more than 3 feet tall.
These beautiful, beautiful images that they've laid for us to understand. And it's time we understand.
The huge petroglyphs were exposed over the weekend, and cultural experts believe they're more than 1,000 years old. Now, they were first discovered in 2016, and locals here say they haven't been seen in years.
You just never expect anything like that to be discovered in especially our shoreline. I really didn't even know that that was possible.
So we have a cultural resources team that works in Army Garrison to protect and preserve artifacts such as these petroglyphs. Littoral shifts that move the sand and sediment off of these petroglyphs happened over the weekend.
An Army report cataloged 26 petroglyphs spanning about 131 feet of beach.
My bad. Son of a biscuit. I'm not paying attention to the hat, to the chat. Shoot. Okay. Hey, check this out. I'm not AI, and I don't have a team. Okay? You know, you listen to YouTube and they're like, yeah, email us or contact us. I'm not us. I don't have partners. I don't have a team. It's just me for the past 10 years, and it's always been just me. Okay? So I screw up sometimes. That's my point. Sorry about that. Oh, Level Plane just donated $2 to let me know that my mic was off. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Let me recap. Okay. All I was saying is that this is a dense plasma focus. Might not be dense. I don't know, but it's a focused beam of plasma that shoots up from the ground. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Yeah, I can. Check that out. Okay, so let's use this one for example. I just used a little mouse pad, right? You have the legs at the bottom represent the plasma sheath, a dome basically that covers over Hyperborea, the Garden of Eden. Okay, it's a fiery plasma that turns every which way. It's electricity and magnetism at the same time. Okay, and it acts as a barrier to keep people out of the Garden of Eden or inversely locked in possibly. But the reason that you have a little beam coming from the middle right there is not because that's a male and this is a female. Look, that one doesn't have one, so that's a female. No. This beam is Mount Meru right there. Okay, and it shoots up from the center of Eden, which is the lower portion of the legs and the lower portion of this body. Okay, the beam continues to shoot straight up, as do these side beams from the anode and the cathode plasma volcanoes that are on either side. And it shoots straight up, and it will branch out at the top, right? And there's energy that shoots up on this side. There's energy that shoots on this side, and it looks like a person. It looks like a stick figure. And there's a head at the top because that's the apex dome, the all-seeing eye, the depressurization point of the portion of the firmament that blew open. My bad. I'm sorry about the volume. Hey, Calliope 888 just gave me $10 in the super chat. Thank you so much. That was very kind. That was very kind. All right. I forgot what else I was saying. So this one says the Ojibwe signs and books could be removed as the feds evaluate national parks. Ojibwe, what is that? There are different Native American tribes. My research indicates that every single one of them originates from within the earth. They came up from inside of the earth. All of the Native American tribes and other tribes around the world too, but specifically Native Americans. Ojibwe is a more accurate way of saying the Chippewa Nation, right? There's different names for these different tribes and stuff, right? But they all share common ancestors, and they're known as the original people, just like the Aboriginals in Australia, or the original fathers or the forefathers in Australia, which is what that means. Ojibwe is Chippewa. Now, they're trying, 1984 is here, as I say all the time. What year is it? It's 1984, and it will be 1984 next year, and the year after that, until the apocalypse comes. In the book 1984, they went and they changed the historic records. They rewrote over them, or the parts that they didn't like, they threw them away. They burned them. It was called the Ministry of Truth. And everything was upside down, so obviously it's really a ministry of lies, and it's not a ministry at all, right? And that's the era where we live right now. What they're doing is they don't, Trump and politicians and all that, they're saying that they want to take down any type of signs that portray Americans or America in a negative light. For example, all of the wonderful murders that took place in order for the different nations, because it wasn't just England originally, but for the different nations to try to take this country or this piece of land, North America specifically, right? And when you walk into museums and stuff like that, they'll try to put up all these like Native American paintings and crap all over the place to like pay homage to the Native Americans and say like, yeah, this is where we come from. No, it's not. That's who was murdered in order for them to grab this piece of land, right? And that looks bad on them, on the American company. And so they want to take down all that history. They don't want people to know the truth of what really happened. You know what I mean? Because the natives are called native for a reason. It means born here. First, right? The first ones who were born here. They came up out of the earth. They're children of the earth. If you have brown colored skin of any tint, reddish color, okay? Your ancestors are from inside the earth. And your ancestors came up to the surface, right? If you have white colored skin or Caucasian looking or pinkish or whatever, right? Your ancestors came from mostly the sky, from the heavens, right? The fallen angels, those beings that came down from other worlds and stuff, because they were out there in the fractalverse traveling around, decided to come here. There is no sun or anything out there. So the skin starts to change to a very pale, albino looking color, right? Now, if you have very dark skin, or a really dark brown, people say black, but it's not really black. Your ancestors are surface survivors, right? Surviving up here on the surface and continuing generation after generation to be exposed to a focal point, which we call the sun and stuff. And your skin has adapted over time to deal with the harsh environment that's up here on the surface. That's my theory on that, okay? I'm not stating it as a matter of fact, but it makes sense to me. Man, how did I get on that? I don't know. Let's move on. What else is next? The Bureau of Land Management. Let me check my audio. Now I'm paranoid. You guys can hear me? You can't hear me. Oh, wait. Maybe my chat's... I think I'm back in the chat. Oh, yeah. I clicked on the other... Oh, good. I clicked on the other chat. I got my phone up here. That's the most recent chat. And then I clicked on the actual... What you see now. You can't see it, but anyways. Scooch? You see all that? Yeah. When I click on it, it catches me up. So this is like old chat that's happening. All right, I guess you guys can hear me. Let's continue on. What's next? This is fun. I love doing the omens. What's next? The Bureau of Land Management warns of blue-green algae in the Rio Grande, which is a river in Texas, right? Blue-green algae. Let's see what they say.
New on 7, the Bureau of Land Management is warning visitors to limit contact with water in the Rio Grande near the Orilla Verde recreation area in northern New Mexico. So they say blue-green algae has been spotted. Some types can cause serious health issues per the New Mexican. No illnesses have been reported yet, but testing is happening weekly. Pets are especially at risk.
Any pets, animals, people, all of that is especially at risk. This is going to start affecting people's brains. I'm telling you right now, okay? You've seen it. It's been shown to you. It's been disclosed. Who disclosed it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if it's the Illuminati. Doesn't matter if they're rubbing it in your face and making fun of you for not knowing. It doesn't matter if it's Mother Earth. But it's been disclosed through fiction, fantasy, commercials like that new KFC commercial that we broke down, science fiction, all this stuff. They're showing you that a day will come when collectively humanity loses its mind, that something changes and people become psychotic the world across, which means aggressive the world across, right? That's going to happen, and it's going to happen real quick whenever these neurotoxins start affecting everybody collectively at a significant level. Next up, this says humanity will reach its peak within decades, a trend shows, and the impending singularity may spell our end even sooner. Humanity will reach its peak within just a few decades. Now, what this article is going to be talking to you about is, artificial intelligence and a singularity as far as like technology goes and stuff. But this is an omen. Everybody knows humanity is going to reach its peak. Not like, oh, it's our best, it's our shining moment. No, this is actually our lowest. When humanity reaches its peak, that means the population's about to decline quickly, and the apocalypse is going to come. That's how I interpret that. Okay. Let's see what's next. Oh, this is fun. The Earth's core, the Earth's core, it should say center. Core sounds misleading. The Earth's core appears to be leaking up and out of the Earth's surface. Strong new evidence suggests that primordial material. The hell? What do you mean primordial material? Just say what it is. What's this primordial material? Listen, water on the surface is primordial. Everything is primordial, okay? What is it? Strong new evidence suggests what evidence? And it's just a suggestion. That primordial material from the planet's center is somehow making its way out. Continent-sized entities anchored to the core mantle boundary might be involved, might not be involved too. Ooh, look at all that core leaking out right there. See the core leaking out? That's some core leakage. You know what they're going to tell you, right? That's magma. Magma is melted rock. Rocks are all melted right there. The rest of them are fine though. That part right there is melted rock. Rock doesn't melt. I know people leave me comments all the time. Rock can too melt. I've never seen it melt. Show me some rocks melting, okay? I'm not saying it's impossible to melt a rock, but I am saying it's much easier to melt metal. And it's much easier to mix that metal with soil and dirt and sand and crap, right? And have it all conglomerate together into what we call magma, which is melted metal that is mixed with earth as it moves up through the earth. So yeah, this is melted metal. Now, you know what they say that the core of the earth is? First of all, let me tell you what the omen here is, right? The core appears to be leaking up and out of the surface. The core is hollow. Okay, the center of the earth has a smoky god at the middle. Loosely, I'm just calling it a smoky god because there's a book called The Smoky God. But it's an inner earth star. It is a toroidal field of plasma, exactly like the ball lightning that I showed you earlier, except huge, gigantic, way bigger than that, okay? And it lights up the interior of the Earth, according to tradition, according to myths, according to legend, which is all historic record that has just been cartoonified through the telephone game of time, right? That's the core. So the omen here is that the core is the middle portion of the Earth, which includes the gases that are created from gigantic flora and fauna, because stuff might die down there and it becomes gas too. It builds up over time, and pressure starts to build up over time because the gases are diamagnetic. So the magnetic field below the surface, where we are up here, keeps the pressure down and keeps those gases in the core or in the hollow Earth, right? And there's pressure releases that are happening, right? There's fluctuations in the magnetic field, which is responsible for holding those gases in. And whenever you have a fluctuation, you essentially have a hole which allows gases to come up out of the core of the Earth. And when that happens, they will push the melted metals. The metals are melted not because of pressure. You know, they're trying to tell you, well, the core of the Earth is a solid nickel-iron combination. It's 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit too, which is, if it was that hot, it would turn into gas. It would expand and the Earth would blow up. Now, you're not considering all the weight and all the pressure and gravity and everything. Yes, I am. The Earth would blow up, okay? If the core of the Earth was that hot and it was solid, made out of that material, it would instantly change into gas and it would blow up, okay? Because it would expand, right? It would push away all that pressure and everything. That's my perspective. Anyways, those gases are going to ionize. They'll become what I call geoplasmas, which are plasma in the Earth, created by the Earth. The Earth creates the gases that come up out of here. And they'll try to tell you it's like the core of the Earth is this primordial material, and the reason it's hot is because some space dust, right? Space dust slammed into some other space dust, and that friction created like a little spark, and it was so hot. Forget about space being negative 500 degrees Fahrenheit. Forget that. Forget about space being that freaking cold. No. Space dust. Psh, 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 and more of it. And more of it. And then pretty soon, it just like didn't cool off because of the negative 500 degrees Fahrenheit. And it just got hotter. And it just started turning into lava. Shoes. Basically. All right, let's continue on. Wait a minute. Did I have anything here highlighted? Let's find out. I think I did. No, I didn't. All right. Yeah, so this is what they're going to tell you, right? So let me show you a picture, actually. This is what they teach in academics. This is the Earth. You are here. Bam. This little tiny part right there. Now, here's the reality. They're trying to convince you that this is essentially lava or magma, right? It's lava when it comes up out. And that this is like solid. This is the solid nickel iron core. Which doesn't make any sense to me that this is solid, therefore has more pressure, and it doesn't just like leak out through the liquid outer core, which is what they say this is. Oh, it's all the pressure. You just don't understand physics. Okay, thank you. The reality is this is all hollow, and these are caves. Okay, these are openings, passageways that take you into another world, and there are many throughout the Earth. And this is shown to you and disclosed to you in fiction. Fictitious films like the King Kong films, the newer ones, Godzilla films, they're showing you all of this. It's all true. This right here, this inner core, that's the inner Earth sun. And it's not solid. We live in a world where everything is the opposite because our brains have flipped around the other way. Okay? And that has to do with the polarity. It's not our fault or anything. It's just a natural consequence of what's happening to Mother Nature, what's happening to the Earth, right? Some people are more susceptible to it. Some people are less susceptible to it. But this is the inner Earth sun. This is hollow areas within the Earth. These are what would be considered like the columns of the earth, the pillars of the earth, etc. And I'm sure they actually extend further than that. But anyway, I just want to show that. The Sea of Galilee has turned blood red. Let's scooch that down a bit. It says the first plague, the Sea of Galilee turns blood red due to algae pigmentation. Authorities, whoever they are, assured swimmers that the water is still safe to swim in. It's totally fine. Look at it. It's just bloody red water. Go ahead. It's perfectly healthy. It's great for you. Drink some. Have some. Bring your straw. It's totally fine. Right? See how it's green out there and then it starts turning red over here? That's what happens to the ocean in the book of Revelation. All right? This part of the ocean is turning red. That's red tide, basically. And they'll say, oh, no, it's perfectly fine. You don't understand. Right? You just don't understand how it works. So we're going to tell our people to swim in that. Take a bath in it. Bathe. Walk around. You're good. That's fine. This is pretty big news, though. The Sea of Galilee turning into blood, or blood red. Right? The Sea of Galilee is, for those of you who don't know, a point of interest within biblical stories throughout the Bible. Next up, a mega flash lightning bolt traveled over 500 miles, setting a new record, a study says. This is amazing. So here's their diagram of this lightning. One steady flash of lightning traveled over 500 miles in about 7 seconds. 515 miles to be precise. It stretched from Texas all the way up to Kansas City, Missouri, traveling 515 miles in seconds. It struck during a thunderstorm in October of 2017, but the bolt's exact distance was finally verified in the study published on Thursday. They call this a mega flash. You guys remember me talking about how like we didn't have all these weird words when I was a kid? Right? They have to come up with new definitions, new words, new labels for things because these are new things. I don't ever remember anybody talking about 500-mile long lightning when I was a kid. Well, we have better technology these days. I can just hear the monkeys all saying, right? Mega flashes. More pressure in the atmosphere equals an easier path, a better conduit for anything to travel through, especially electricity, right? All right, so anyways, let's continue on. What's next? Volcano erupts in Russia for the first time in centuries after an 8.8 earthquake. Let me check my chat. Now I'm just freaking out that people can't hear me. Hold on. Oh, yeah, you can. Okay, good. All right, let's continue. What else we got? Let's check this out.
For the first time in centuries, this massive Russian volcano roaring back to life, sending plumes of ash and smoke 3 miles up into the air. These images captured by a stunned helicopter tour guide mid-flight as he flew over the Krashenikov volcano. According to the Smithsonian Institution's global...
Who always tells the truth. The Smithsonian, they always tell the truth. Let's hear what they say.
Global volcanism program, this was its first eruption in nearly 500 years.
Okay, cool. So all you got to do is ask yourself what was happening around 500 years ago when this last blew up, according to the mainstream story, right? Now listen, I'm going to let you listen to the rest of this, but I want you to keep something in mind. I'm trying to not to hiccup right now. They're going to tell you, we're not sure if this is related to the 8.8 earthquake that was like right down the block. They're going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you it is 100% related because they're caused by the same thing, which is the thing I just described to you about the inner Earth depressurizing because of magnetic fluctuations.
Researchers near the volcano detecting steam and gas jets breaking through cracks on the slopes of the volcano.
Steam and gas jets breaking through cracks on the slope of the volcano. Does that sound familiar?
Just after 6 a.m. on
Hold on,
Sunday,
let me rewind that part.
breaking through cracks on the slope. Researchers near the volcano detecting steam and gas jets breaking through cracks on the slopes of the volcano just after 6 a.m. on Sunday, according to Russian authorities, who say the team was able to safely evacuate.
According to Russian authorities, whoever they are.
That volcano, less than 150 miles from the epicenter of the huge 8.8 magnitude earthquake that struck Russia's Kamchatka region just last week, and right on the cusp of colliding tectonic plates along the Pacific's notorious seismic ring of fire. Last week.
Whoa, Woundsocket Truth Seeker in the chat just hooked up 10 JayDreamerZ channel memberships to random people in the chat. And there's over 411 people watching right now. Well, hey, welcome to my channel. High five 411 times. And congratulations to everybody that just got a channel membership. We're about halfway done with today's presentation. And it's all the new members are going to pop up right here next to me. So I'll just go ahead and play the rest of this video too. Oh, the Russian authorities. Right? Who? Anyway. Let me back this video up a little bit.
Quake, one of the largest collide routes from the safely evacuate. That volcano, less than 150 miles from the epicenter of the huge 8.8 magnitude earthquake that struck Russia's Kamchatka region just last week.
The only reason I know what Kamchatka is because I play Risk. I'm pretty sure that's one of the countries you can take control of in the game Risk.
And right on the cusp of colliding tectonic plates along the Pacific's notorious seismic ring of fire.
Ring of Fire. What is the Ring of Fire? Why don't they explain any of this stuff? Like, why is it in these specific places? Well, the Ring of Fire looks a lot different whenever you use an azimuthal equidistant map. That's something to think about.
Last week's quake, one of the largest ever recorded,
the 6th largest ever recorded, to be specific, since record keeping in the modern age.
Destroying buildings in Russia and triggering tsunami warnings in Hawaii and parts of California. This eruption, the second reported on the Kamchatka Peninsula since that earthquake, as a third volcano shows increased activity, a surge in seismic activity that scientists say may be related.
May be related. It may be. We don't know for sure, though. We have to wait for them to tell us. It's common sense. Like, even if you don't see things from my perspective, which is that there are fluctuations in the magnetic field in the hollow earth beneath us, which are allowing gas to be released in different places in mass, which is rising up, rushing throughout the earth, separating the earth, causing earthquakes, and pushing all of the melted metals up through, which cause volcanic eruptions, and which add more gas to our atmosphere and contribute to increased pressure, which can become ionized, which causes ball lightning and strange lights in the sky and earthquake lights and all this stuff, even if you don't share that perspective. Like, this is common sense. You had an 8.8 shaking of the earth, and 100 miles away, all of a sudden, a volcano that hasn't erupted in 500 years goes off. What do you mean, might? It might be related. It might be. We don't know. We just don't know. We speak for everyone. Watch out when they wee all over you, remember.
You just moved the ground a lot, and that's...
Oh, time out. Hold on. I gotta show you this lady. She's one of the experts, okay? And you know how they say experts? This is one of them. Let's listen to the expert, professional person that has studied under academics and got a rolled up piece of paper with, a person's, the Wizard of Oz's autograph on it and stuff. Let's listen to the expert intellectual explanation. Now, some people say, well, they're just dumbing it down for all the dumb people because not everyone can understand advanced tectonic, studies within the collegiate system. Okay. Hold on, let me rewind this.
It's really shaky.
Be related.
You've just moved the ground a lot, and that's really shaking up the volcanic system.
Uh-huh. Hold on. It doesn't, that's, let me just, hold on.
It's not a huge surprise to think that they're related. But we've never seen it before.
No, we've never seen it before. As in, all people on Earth ever. That's what they mean when they say we. You, your brother, your sister, your mom, your neighbor down the street, people that you don't even know about, people who we've never met before, people who've died long ago. We've never seen this before. Or do they mean we as in the college people, the professionals? Right? We have never seen it before.
Concern mounting that lava flow from that second volcano could speed up the melting of glacier ice in the area.
No. Lava can speed up the melting of ice? I'm so glad I tuned in. This is news. This is huge. My mind is blown right now.
Endangering any people nearby, a well-known risk in other volcanic areas like Iceland.
Clearly, wherever the lava is coming out, it's going to be melting any ice around it.
I didn't quite understand that. Let me... sorry, I'm not academically minded or trained. I haven't gone through years of schooling. Let me rewind this so I can try to grasp this concept. Let's all pay attention here. Maybe we'll learn something together. Hold on.
A well-known risk in other volcanic areas like Iceland.
Clearly, wherever the lava is coming out, it's going to be melting any ice around it. The experience
where the lava comes out. Hold on. So what you're saying is where the lava, which I'm pretty sure lava is supposed to be hot, right? Yes. Okay. So where it comes out, it will melt the ice around it. Wow. I think I get it. I'm ready for more. You guys want more?
In Iceland is really extreme flood events because so much water is released in a very short period of time. And it would just...
Flood events because so much water is released in a short period of time. That's how flooding works. Oh man, I feel like I should be paying somebody for this kind of education. This is free. I'm so thankful. This is free stuff. This is good stuff right here.
Just depend on who's downstream from that.
So the good news about this
short period of time, and it would just depend on who's downstream from that. The experience in Iceland is really extreme flood events because so much water is released in a very short period of time, and it would just depend on who's downstream from that.
It would just depend on who's downstream from that. What would depend on that exactly? Hold on, I got somebody in the chat. Somebody, I think, who is that? Oh, Silver Cyst. Oh, I gotta put the mic back. I'm sorry. I get excited. Like I want my voice to sound good, so I think that if I put the microphone closer. Anyways, Silver Sister gave me $10 and says, "How did the star get into the center of the Earth? I live in Stone Canyon, New Mexico, and I think it was created by a volcano. By the way, I love when I catch you live." Hey, that was very kind. Thank you, Silver Sister. I'm trying to thumbs up it, but it won't let me on the thing. But I did put a heart next to it. How did the star get into the center of the Earth? I don't know. That was a good question. Off the top of my head, because I've never really thought about like how the inner Earth star was created. So let me just spitball it. Let me just think off the top of the dome. So if the inside, as above, so below, right? Hold on, let me pause that. So funny. As above, so below. So the way our star, or the sun, the focal point, is created, has to do with the light that passes through. Maybe the inner Earth, I'm just thinking, we call it brainstorming right now. Maybe on the inner Earth, all the pressure would be in the middle, as they say, even academics says that, right? If all the pressure is in the middle, and it's all gas or gaseous, and you increase that pressure of all those gases, then perhaps the gases ionize and become a star. That's the first thing I can think of off the top of my head. Thank you so much for your contribution. All right, let's continue on. This lady's a genius.
So the good news about this volcano is that it erupted in a place that was very rural, not near any people. So there were no known...
Why is that good news? There's bad people in the world. What if it erupted next to a prison? Would they celebrate? Would they be like, the good news about this volcano is it was right next to a penitentiary? You know what I mean?
Reports of any people being in danger, either from...
They really care so much about people not getting hurt until, you know, they're putting them through the death penalty or something like that. Then they don't care about preserving human life or whatever. Or war, right? They don't give two craps about people dying in war, right? Listen, this is a huge omen. Do not think that this is just a one-off. This is one of many that has been happening, and there will be more on the way. Okay? Not just in this particular region of Russia, but everywhere in a circle around the world. And you can see them all following in line. And oftentimes, what happens on one side of our world is reciprocated on the other side of our world. So, you know, imagine what that probably means for whatever's across from Kamchatka. All right, let's continue on. Why ships... Hold on, let me... Can you guys see this? This article explains why ships can't anchor in the middle of the ocean and what they do instead. What do you guys think? Why ships can't anchor in the middle of the ocean? I feel like I should play the Jeopardy music right now. And what else should I put up? Hold on. Since we're talking about idiocracy, I might as well put this up, okay? Doom, 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 doom. I'm going to check my chat. What do you guys think? Why can't ships anchor in the middle of the ocean? I'm checking my chat right now, okay? And I'm hoping I see some answers. I'm pulling it up. Why can't ships anchor in the middle of the ocean? Freedom! Welsh truth seekers in the chat. Freedom! All right, so John 1984 is the first intellectual person I saw with an answer. Let's see. No anchors are that long, says Matt Crane. Very nice. Isn't there only one ocean? Yes, there is. Is it a trick question? No, it's really not. This article is genuine. They're genuinely going to explain to you. I had to stop and think when I first saw this article. Same thing with the dams, you know, speeding up time. I had to stop. It's just like my brain was like, what? It's because the ocean is deep. You don't have anchors that go all the way down to the bottom of the deepest parts of the ocean, right? So I read this whole article to make sure I'm not an idiot, basically. Or actually, I just wanted to make sure I'm intelligent. Yes, that's exactly it. That's exactly the answer. The article is like, well, they can't anchor because the bottom of the ocean is around 12,000 feet deep. And the largest anchor chains are like 1,000 feet long. Or is it? Welcome to the future, everyone. Welcome to the future where they have articles explaining why you can't drop an anchor that's 1,000 feet long into something and have it work and touch the bottom of something that is 12,000 feet long. Yeah, I don't get it. Anyway, I just think that's hilarious, man. The Perseverance rover. You guys want to go to Mars now? Let's check out some Mars action, shall we? This is going to be fun. Check this out. Perseverance rover, which is basically Johnny 5 from the 1980s movie, right? Short Circuit. It looks just like that. Perseverance rover captures Mars vista as clear as day. Check this out. You guys want to see Mars? We have pictures on the ground live, pretty much. We've got helicopters up there. We got cars and crap. All remote control. From 2 million miles away. Is that how far away Mars is? Yeah, it's something like that. Do you see this? Can you see how, like, you can see the cracks on the stone? You can see the shining hot spot from the sun right there. You can see the atmospheric changes. Why is the sky blue? Am I missing something here? Hold on. Did they explain that in this article? Blue. The enhanced color version shows the Martian sky. Oh no. Is this serious? Hold on. Check this out. The enhanced color version of the image shows the Martian sky, to be remarkably clear and deceptively blue, while the natural color version is reddish. I swear. I promise. This is not Earth by any means. At all. It's totally not. Trust me. It's not Earth. Hold on. Let me move this back down. So, listen. It is Earth. This is not Mars. This is not another planet. This is nothing beyond the dome itself because you can't get out of the dome. Right? They got you staring at the dome like it's a magic eye. And you just stare at it long enough and you can imagine it just goes on forever. You start seeing things and connecting dots and making pictures and crap. Anyway, yeah, the sky is deceptively blue. In Greenland. Anyways, that's Greenland. I don't know where on earth that is. I vote for Greenland. Okay, I don't know what you guys are going to cast your vote for, but I vote for Greenland. But I don't vote for the sky anywhere up there, far, far away, 2 million miles away, and they're remote controlling Johnny 5 or whatever. Now listen, if this is, let's just say this was real, okay? This is Mars. Oh, it's 4K, 8K video footage from Johnny 5, from a robot car, a remote control car on Mars, 2 miles away. You can see the cracks, you can see the colors, you can see the mountains, you can see the horizon, you can see the crap in the distance, you can see everything. 2 million miles away. Meanwhile, 200,000 miles away, on the surface of the moon, if I do a quick Google search for photos taken from the surface of the moon 2025, we don't have any. None. Zero. They'll show you like, I mean, all these are fake in my opinion anyway, but they'll show you crap that's like looking down or looking at angles and stuff. Where is the surface of the moon? Pictures, robots, Starbucks, hotels, spaceports, fucking anything, excuse my language, but it's kind of irritating. Honestly, it kind of pisses me off that they've duped the whole world into believing that if I do a search for photos taken from the surface of Mars, and I get actual photos, allegedly taken from the actual surface of Mars, where I can see rocks, stones, debris, friggin' structures, you know, I could see the Johnny 5 robot. Let's check him out. Look at that. You see that? No disassemble, Stephanie. Listen, how do you get selfie-taking robots that are remote controlled from 2 million miles away? Okay? And I'm not actually like asking. It's rhetorical. Okay? I'm not asking at all. I'm not saying I don't understand. I do understand the academic response to this. I'm telling you, it's not real. I'm telling you straight up, from my perspective, you're being lied to. Okay? There are other agendas at play. There are other things at work. The sky is deceptively red in this particular picture. Look at Johnny 5. Anyways. Yeah. Surface of Mars. You can see tracks. You can see the robot taking a selfie. You can see the rocks. You can see all kinds of interesting features. Holes in the rocks, whatever this is. What is that anyway? Look at there's like holes in that rock right there. You can see definition from 2 million miles away. The moon, let's go back to one of those moon pictures. Let me show you the moon, okay? This begs for you general citizens of the world, okay, to re-examine what you're being told. Or I can't even find one that's allegedly from the surface. And they all look so different, you know what I mean? Like they're not constant. These Mars pictures are pretty constant. They all have the same quality, same, you know, same features and stuff. These moon ones are all just different. Silver Sister! Oh, thank you so much. They are building a nuclear power plant on the moon. Oh, I'm coming to that. I'm going to talk about this nuclear power plant on the moon. Let's see. Where's the moon? Where's any moon pictures? You know what I mean? All you can find is Apollo 11 crap from forever ago. Like, I can't even find one to compare it to the surface of Mars. Surface of the moon. I typed that in. I don't know. Well, you get the point, right? If you do happen to find one, it's going to be blurry, grainy, look like, you know, crap. And then the rest of them just look fake as crap because they all look different. Some of them look like they're out of Star Wars, like from a movie or something. You see that? Anyways. Anyhow. Yeah, these are just garbage. All these alleged surface of the moon pictures. All right, let's move on. The moon upsets me. The whole concept behind what they teach people. I don't like that they're teaching children this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, that's the worst part. It's just the worst part. All right, let's move on. No disassemble. All right. Let's see what this article is going to say. This right here, some people just go, oh, it's just the CBS logo. No, that's the all-seeing eye. That's the eye in the sky. That is the apex dome. That lets in red plasmas, which are ionized hydrogen, which plasma possess people and come in here to destroy. It's the devil, basically. It's Santa Claus that comes down through the chimney of our world. All right, sweet.
Check this out. A narrow escape for a troll. John Hayden of the NHL Seattle Kraken and the team's mascot, Bowie the Troll, had a promotion shoot interrupted by a grizzly bear. They were fly fishing in Alaska when the animal ran at them. Now, Bowie had a little trouble escaping, but luckily the bear turned away.
Idiocracy. This guy just presented this whole news story as if this is normal news. You know, some guy in a troll costume. What's the word? Walking through a damn river in the middle of nature, and they're surprised when an actual grizzly bear sees that crap and starts charging them as they're pretending to fly fish, and they're pretending to have lives and pretending to actually be out there doing stuff. No, they're just shooting a commercial, right? It's all for publicity. Like they're using nature as a backdrop for fame. A backdrop for attention, pretending as if they're actually out there surviving or something. You know what I mean? It's like, there's so many people do that these days. You know what I mean? Fronishi just subscribed. High five to Fronishi. All right, let's continue on. Yeah, this is good for you, bear. Grizzly bear. You know what I mean? Like, good. He's like, what are you doing? Get that crap out of here. Like, if that bear could talk, he's probably like, this is a selfie-free zone. I don't know, man. It just blows my mind. All this stuff. All right, hold on. Oh, hey, shout out to Roxanne G. I just got a $20 PayPal donation from Roxanne, so thank you. I don't know if you put a message attached to that. I'll have to check after the show. But thank you so much, Roxanne. Shout out to Roxanne. High five. All right, let's continue on. We got more. There's an infinite supply of stupidity, wonders, and omens. Now this guy says, I'm a pest controller. Giant rats the size of cats are becoming the norm. After Britain's biggest ever rat is removed from a Yorkshire family home, veteran catcher David Parnell says it won't be a record breaker for very long. Thanks to genetics, careless humans, and poor sewer management, our vermin problem is only going to get much, much worse. This is a huge omen. Okay? Hold on. Where is the actual rat? Ew. Gross. Ugh. He looks sick. Does this dude look sick? You know what I mean? He doesn't look like he's doing too good. I feel like there should be some tongs on his head too. I feel like there should be some larger tongs that are holding him by the neck. You know what I mean? Anyways. Let's see. Yeah, giant rats. What is this? Oh no, I don't want to see that. Fudge that. Anyway, gigantic rats. Gigantism. That's the whole point, okay? That's the omen. And a lot of this is happening because, like I said, the ocean is releasing a massive amount of oxygen right now. So, a lot of living creatures, when they are surrounded by more oxygen, tend to grow larger in size. And we're seeing that. And in the world to come, this has already happened, okay? A rodent the size of a cat is nothing compared to the megafauna era of approximately 10,000 years ago, according to mainstream academics. Megafauna means giant animals, okay? There were rodents the size of cars back then during those times. They have their fossils, they have their skeletons and all that stuff, right? Everything is going to grow to gigantic sizes. Insects and plants first, they will be the most notable, followed by animals, followed by us. Okay? Everything's going to grow to gigantic sizes. This one says U.S. research station staff evacuated from Antarctica on a high-risk operation. Ooh, high risk in Antarctica. Like freezing to death? Is that the high risk? Is freezing to death? I wonder. Travel to Antarctica during the southern winter is restricted. Aw, bummer. Damn it. Damn, I was looking so forward to spending my summer up here in the northern hemisphere, traveling into an arid, freezing frickin' desert with nothing. Damn it. So sad. Travel to Antarctica during the southern winter is restricted to emergencies. Emergencies? It's an emergency in Antarctica. With crews having to navigate extreme conditions and icy landings. And there's the cockpit. They can't land. It's too cold in Antarctica. Imagine that. Why are people even in Antarctica? Oh, it's complicated. You have to go to college for 12 years to understand. So I'll just explain it to you simply. Experiments. That's what it all boils down to, okay? Antarctica provides a valuable condition, which we can't replicate anywhere else on Earth, of extreme cold. And therefore we can do experiments in extreme cold. That's what it's good for. Really? Furious TV. What's up, Furious TV? High five. What the hell are people doing in Antarctica? I feel like I was Seinfeld just now. Who are these people? What are they doing in Antarctica? U.S. Like, what are they doing in Antarctica? There's just ice. That's it. That's pretty much it. Oh no, it's complicated. It's like we're studying so many different things, like the conditions. Like, listen, do you plan on going there? Like, and, you know, building a civilization or anything? No. But it's so cold, we can do, like, cold studies. There's cold in other places, too. No, but listen, they're lying to you about the research stations in Antarctica and what they're actually researching. Okay, they're not thinking of better ways to, you know, inventions to make a better ice cube or whatever. Okay, they're straight up lying to you. Same thing about the, you know, the ISS. All of these government agencies have cover-ups. They're covering up the actual truth of what they're doing out there on the farthest reaches of our world next to the dome, on the dome, which I believe Antarctica is actually a part of the dome. But yeah, it's just mind-blowing that people even care. Oh no, Antarctica's restricted. Flights to Antarctica are no-go. Oh man, cancel our vacation. All right, next up. What else? Phoenix in Arizona. Phoenix breaks a daily high record and the heat continues. So the Phoenix broke another extreme heat record, and there's records all the time. That's the new normal. 115 degrees the other day. Normally it's like 105, right? That's the high, right? So everything getting hotter, as we've talked about. Here's a different article. Influencer sad. Now just think about, after I tell you what this article is about and you read it, this person is influencing other people. Think about that. Influencer breaks her spine weeks after giving birth while attempting a viral Nicki Minaj stiletto challenge. Oh, I hope I didn't screw up my audio by accidentally touching the microphone. Which I might be now. Ah, crap. Hold on. Okay, that should be good. That should be good. Now, influencer breaks her spine weeks after giving birth after attempting a viral Nicki Minaj, whoever she is, I really don't care, stiletto challenge. A Russian influencer was attempting the viral Nicki Minaj stiletto challenge when she slipped and fell off of a counter. Imagine that. So she's trying to wear high heels and balance on top of a coffee can or something, on top of another pot. And this is a challenge. Where's my idiocracy picture? Anyways, you get the point, right? Listen, I hate these challenges. These challenges are for idiots, okay? All the idiots of the world, all the stupid people, all the mindless people who have mindless, stupid parents are getting onto the internet and they're simply just doing something because they're challenged to do it. If you're going to challenge somebody to do something, don't let it be dressing up like a stripper and trying to balance in your high heels on top of a coffee can on your kitchen counter. Idiot. I'm sorry, but I'm not. Okay? This is an influencer influencing other people to be dumb, to put them and their, whatever, like, it's just irritating. If you want to challenge somebody, challenge them to go help. Challenge them to contribute. Challenge them to do something without a reward. Challenge them to make life better for somebody else. Challenge them to be moral. Challenge them to, plant a tree or, plant a garden or be self-sufficient or be self-taught. I challenge all of you to do that. Well, that sounds hard. That's hard. I'd rather stand on top of a coffee can on top of a pot on top of my kitchen counter. Or eat a Tide Pod. Or frickin', jump off of a skyscraper without a parachute. I don't know what kind of dumbass stuff. It was a challenge. It was a challenge. It's just a fun thing to do. To see if I can do it. See if you can be a good person. See if you can study about the apocalypse. See if you can mature. See if you can change your life and fix all of the terrible parts of your life that you know that you have. See if you can, lose some weight, or see if you can get in shape, or see if you can shake yourself out of your depression. See if you can smile at something. See if you can do something that brings beauty to the world. That is my challenge to you. Make someone laugh. Do something that's fun. You know what I mean? Put something positive into the world and get something positive back. That's a challenge. This is satanic challenges. This is the season of Satan. Okay, when the world is ruled by the Prince of Darkness, these are the types of things you're challenged to do. All right. Anyways, let's move on from that one. The wild quadruped robot scrambles down hills through glass, and you can stand on it. Oh my God, I want one. This is amazing. Look at that. The wild quadruped robot can bust through glass. It can run, jump, climb, scamper down hills, tumble, carry a heavy load, and yes, as depicted in the promo video, can smash through a plate of glass. Why are they making these? I mean, there's an omen behind the whole glass breaking or whatever, you know. Why is this being made? What is the purpose to having this? I want one. I want one so bad. What are you gonna use it for? I don't know. I'm gonna bust it through some glass or something. I'll race it. I'll make it dance. I don't know what. Maybe I'll teach it to do the dishes. Why are they making these? Seriously, there's only one thing I can think of as to why they would make something like this. These robot dogs. Okay, and it's not to be a toy. It's not to replace your dog at all. It's for frickin' death. Like, it's for war. These are war machines. Do you see this? Why are they making these? Why is everyone okay with them making these? I'm not okay with that. I'm going to have to fight these things in the future. I already know. I'm studying them. I'm learning all the robot weaknesses right now. I highly recommend you also learn the robot weaknesses, what they can and cannot do. Actually, just focus on what they cannot do, because they can pretty much do almost everything. But yeah, robot dogs with flamethrowers on their backs and guns and cameras and super fast speeds and busting through glass and crap. Oh, is that? Hold on, let me skip that one. Children swim in a revamped American Fork Harbor unaware of toxic algal bloom. Let's check this article out.
Waters. Unfortunately, in the last week or so, we've seen a more lake-wide bloom in Utah Lake.
Not only is it an aesthetic eyesore, it can also be toxic to the liver, kidneys, and nervous system.
Look at that. I want to take a swim in that.
If humans accidentally swallow it.
Dogs and kids are most sensitive potentially to these toxins just because they're smaller or might be more prone to ingest more of the water.
Kelly Esparza knows this all too well. A few years ago, she lost her puppy Daisy to the toxic blooms in Manaway Reservoir.
She loved the water, and I had her play in the water, and I had no idea that it was harmful. It was within about a week of taking her there to play in the water.
Seeing a more lake-wide bloom and
it's here today. The new surprising.
Unfortunately, in the last week or so, we've seen a
affecting these waters. And nervous systems if humans accidentally swallow it. Dogs if humans accidentally to the liver, kidneys, and nervous an aesthetic eyesore. It can also be toxic to the liver, kidneys, and nervous system. If humans accidentally swallow it.
Dogs and kids are most sensitive potentially to these toxins. Just because they're smaller or might be more prone to ingest more of the water.
Kelly Esparza knows this all too well. A few years ago, she lost her puppy Daisy to the toxic blooms.
We were actually out of town, and she passed away suddenly.
People on the beach today angry they weren't given more notice of the state of the lake after they say it was advertised as a safe spot to swim. But we have little kids here that have been swimming in the water for the last hour and a half, so hopefully they don't get sick from that. Yeah, it definitely would have been nice to have a sign or something. It's a safe spot to swim. But we have little kids here that have been swimming in the water for the last hour and a half, so hopefully they don't get sick from that. Yeah, it definitely would have been nice to have a sign or something notifying us that there was a problem, so we didn't bring our kids here to go swimming. While they did.
I'm an idiot. I'm so sorry. I'm so dumb. I'm gonna stop muting my mic, period. That's all. I'm just gonna stop muting it because I can't multitask. That's the problem. Anyways, all I was saying is this lady's like, yeah, there's kids swimming in it right now. I hope nothing happens. Right? Swimming in the toxic mutagen. Hold on. Let's just rewatch it one more time.
But we have little kids here that have been swimming in the water for the last hour and a half.
Why is she smiling? Like, clearly they're doing a news story on it. You know what I mean? Yeah, we've got some kids right now. I hope nothing happens. All I was saying earlier is I'll be damned if I let my son go play in some toxic, nasty green slime and I just cross my fingers and say, oh, hopefully he's okay. I hope it's safe. Fudge that. I'm going to know it's safe before I let my son go play in that garbage or swim in it or whatever. I mean, I tell him when I take him to like the public swimming pool and stuff, you know, because we go exercise. Don't drink that water. Okay, I tell them all about the chlorine and poisons and stuff like that too.
So hopefully they don't get sick from that.
Yeah, hopefully. Let's just cross our fingers.
It definitely would have been nice to have a sign or something notifying us that there was a problem, so we didn't bring our kids here to go swimming.
It would have been nice to have a sign or something to notify us. Listen. If the water is clear, sweet. If the water is green and looks like that, you don't need a sign unless you're at a Jeff Foxworthy concert or presentation or stand-up or whatever, right? Here's your sign. Don't let kids play in this. Bad idea. Was that it? Was that pretty much it for that one? Man, I screwed that up.
We're planning on putting some out. We are waiting to hear back. In American Fork, Natalie Wattis, KUTV 2 News.
Well, they've put up some signs. Thank God. All right, anyways. That was it. So check this out. I'm going to be one of the keynote speakers. Excuse me. This Friday at the Jackalope Freedom Festival. Yay! So as soon as I'm done with this live stream, I'm gonna continue packing and getting everything ready to go down there and to give my presentations and stuff and sell books and merch and set up a little table and stuff like that. And I'm honored. So I just want to say thank you to Alma, the all-mother of the Jackalope Freedom Festival. That's how I see her. You know, it's really full of anarchists and stuff. There's like nobody like technically in charge, but we all kind of know. Anyways, I'm gonna be down there and for 2 days camping and giving my little campfire stories and presentations and stuff. And here is their Facebook page. You just type in Jackalope Freedom Festival. Boom. Has a little jackalope right there. And you can scroll down. You can read all about it. You can check out their website also. It's got this jackalope right there. Boom. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Didn't it say something? Oh, yeah, about me. So, oh, one person commented. Who was it? Let's see. Jamie Dione. Jamie Dion says, I'm really excited. High five to Jamie for commenting on being the only comment on me being the keynote speaker, or one of the keynote speakers at the Jackalope Freedom Festival. Thank you, and shout out to Jamie. All right, sweet. What else we got? Oh, here you can actually go to the website. If you want to see who else is speaking, just click on Keynote Campers right here. They got Barry Hess, who's running for the governor of Arizona over here. We got Madeline DeGrath. Shout out to her. Rainbow Faye Productions. I think she's a DJ and she raps and does balloon twisting and stuff. I'll be excited to get some balloon twisty thingies. There's me. There's me. Plasma Apocalypse. Boom. We got Christy Dudley, The Power of Believing. Oh, you can't see it. There you go. Boom. There she is. I'm all about the power of believing. We got Anam Pacenta. He's going to be talking about an app. He's an activist for liberty. Furious TV just gave me a donation. Look up the massive insect they found in Australia. Ew, gross. Thank you. That was very kind of you, Furious TV. I appreciate it. We also got Joanne Yoshiko. Joanne Yoshiko, a renegade event organizer. What else we hear? What does she do? Oh, a renegade in nature honoring principles of self-governance, self-sufficiency, and community autonomy. Very nice. I'll be interested in checking out all their presentations as well. Robo! Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing from this guy. Hopefully he's still there. He's a comedian. And oh, Reverend Lawless too. I want to meet this guy. So he's going to be talking about post-apocalyptic survival, I believe. Right? I was reading up on him. What else? Who else? I think that's it. So yes, I'm honored, and I want to say thank you to everybody. If you'd like to be on my support team here, this is my Patreon page, right? If you go to Patreon, not only can you donate money to me and support me financially, but you get value in return in the form of like inside little pictures that I post. There's me. I'm eating the rainbow right there. Videos, extra little videos and stuff, all kinds of extra things here. Other things, all kinds of stuff. There's chats. So if you go here and you click on a chat, there's like a general free chat that everyone can use. There's a Plasma Apocalypse chat. You can post pictures on all these different subjects and all these different chats. Yes, so lots of cool things going on here at my Patreon. Patreon.com/JayDreamerZ. Thanks you guys for watching. I appreciate it. I'm going to go pack up and get ready to drive 12 hours to Arizona to go have fun camping. So until next time, I'm JayDreamerZ saying good vibes and goodbye.
Something's forcing me to stay. It'd be easier on me if I turn away to flee. But there's something holding on in the way of being long gone. There's so many ways to escape, but I guess it's time to wake up, time to wake up. Find so many ways to escape, but I guess started to fade away. But something's forcing me to stay. It'd be easier for me if I turn away to flee. But there's something holding on in the way of being long gone. There's so many ways to escape, but I guess it's time to wake up, time to wake up. Far too many ways to escape, but I guess it's time to wake up, time to wake up. Time to wake up, time to wake up, baby. Time to wake up, time to wake up. Time to wake up, time to wake up, baby. Time to wake up, time to wake up.
Doop doo doo, Scooby doop doop dooby doo doo, doo 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 doo. Oh, hey. Oh, you're still here. Some of you are still here, eh? Well, guess what? Bonus time. Just because I felt like it. Am I muted? Let me just make sure. Improved audio, good. Okay, sweet. You guys can hear me. So, hold on, let me get my chat pulled up. I wonder who stuck around for the end. I promise. I swear by the moon and the stars in the sky, I won't ever mute the mic again. And I swear, like a YouTuber who cannot lie. Oh, Angel Wings, what's up? Welcome back, Angel Wings. Dude, I'm never, ever going to mute my mic ever again. I promise. Ever. The reason I did that is because while I took myself off camera and let the thing play, I was trying to stealthily hit my vape pen and not have it all, loud in the microphone or whatever, I just feel like that's tacky. And I might have actually, you guys might have caught me, but yeah, I felt like that was tacky. So I was trying to be slick and mute my mic. That didn't work. Duh. Because I didn't think to unmute it. There's so many things that I can click on the screen and I get so distracted by all of them. You know what I mean? Plus I got a phone down here I'm checking out. Oh yeah, some people like the new outro song. Some people, miss the old one. So more than likely, I'm going to upload the new song if I haven't already so that you can have access to it. And next month, I'm probably going to go back to the old song. And then I'll take a poll. And I'll ask you guys, which one do you like better? Maybe I'll remix it again. You never know. Wilfredo Jurado. What's up, dude? Says hi in the chat. Melissa Hoffman's cracking up. Jen's cracking up. What are you guys cracking up at? Still here? I can hear you loud and clear. Hold on, let me get your comments on the screen. This is just bonus fun time. Let me pop out the chat too. I'll put your comments up. Bam, pop up the chat. Oh, look at me. I'm just goofy today. Today was a goofy episode. All right, I want to put it so I can put your comments on screen because that's easier than looking at all these different screens in front of me. So, how can I do that? Where is the comments? The chat. There it is. Boom. All right, cool. Let's test it out. Bam. Oh, that's not it. Well, let's take that down. I don't even need that right now. What is that anyway? Oh, that's this. For pow. Gone. All right, sweet. Yay. Somebody left a comment the other day like, you should put something up. That background is so distracting to me. Bye. They got blocked real quick. Oh, someone else would say, why would you block them? Oh, so we're not allowed to criticize you, huh? Oh, so you can't take constructive criticism. Oh, so you're preventing the truth from being spoken on your channel. I've heard it all, dude, for like 10 years, trust me. I've heard every kind of crazy comment you can think of. What was I doing? I was putting the comments on the screen, but I don't see them. One sec. There we go. Bam. Amy Kogan says, I like them both. Oh, I like that little icon picture. That's cool. Angel Wings has been with me for 44 months. With us for 44 months. Wheezy. What's up, Wheezy? Thanks a lot for the donation earlier. Did you grow? Is that you? In the little picture right there? In the little picture? Hold on. Where's the chat? Well, bam. Is that you right there? Because last time I checked, you were like younger. Anyways, yeah, thanks for the donation earlier. That was super kind. Let's see who else we got. Oh, thank you, Welsh Truth Seeker, for reminding me of the dangers of vaping. I appreciate it. Chat. Where is the chat? Why don't I see it all of a sudden? Hold up. Oh, I put it. Where is the chat? I just lost it. Oh, there it is. There it is. I was messing with it. Yes, I'm very well aware. Thank you so much. I have vices. I know. I know. Trust me. No matter what I do, Welsh and everybody else who's watching, imagine you've let yourself be exposed to everyone on Earth for the past 10 years of your life. And imagine thousands upon thousands of people scrutinizing every tiny little thing you do, right? From the way you talk, to the lighting, to the things that are on the screen, to the songs that they like and don't like, to the way you breathe, to slurping your coffee, to drinking out of a plastic cup, to the type of water, to messing up the lighting. Well, now I just screwed up the lighting, actually. Hold on. You want to play, you dumb thing? There we go. Thank you. I appreciate it. Every time you guys tell me that I could live my life better somehow, I know, trust me, I know vaping's bad. I know all the little vices that I've had for the past 10 years are bad. I get it. And I know you're telling me because you love me. But please, just consider that you're the 3,333, I don't know, person to tell me that. I know. I get it. I understand. I'm working on it. Okay? I'm not perfect. I can't do it all in one shot. I'm trying to exercise. And if you go to my Patreon, you'll actually see a video of me trying to exercise and, you know, fix my life up and stuff. So all it really does is make me feel bad when you guys point out my flaws. Please don't. Welsh Tree Seeker's busting up right now. Moi Freestyle Life's vaping. Sweet. I'm not trying to like promote it or anything. You know what I mean? It's tacky for me to do that on camera. I've got my little vape pen here. You know what I mean? Anyways, now I'm just hanging out with you guys. John 1984 says, I grow and smoke reefer. Nicely done. Nice. Good job. He knows chat freedom. Where are we at, chat? Here we are. You will never please anybody. I know. I know. I can't. I've been like a people pleaser my whole life. Trust me. So it's always been really hard. All the comments have always been real hard on me, but it's getting easier as I get older. Keith, thank you for the compliment. Hey, appreciate it. High five, Keith. The message is what matters. Yes, I totally agree. The truth is all that matters, no matter where it comes from. To me, that's all that matters. One man show here. Oh, thank you, Lucy. You're very kind. I know. You're good. Let's see. Jungle Rumbler. Thank you. I've been a member of this channel for a while now, and I rock with you, Jay. Moi Freestyle Life. That's right, you have. Are you a member? Are you a moderator? Let's make you a moderator. You have been here for a while. Bam. There you go. Alright, cool. What else we got? Do you go to the gym? I do, but I go to the gym to play basketball and to swim. I lift weights and I work out in my living room. I don't really like working out in the gyms that much. Silver Sister found some blue topaz. That's cool. Let's see what else. I'm fire. Thank you. Let's see. I'm just. Oh, I know. We're good. Let's move past all the comments on the vaping thing. I know you're just trying to help out, and you're good. Plus, you guys are 10 seconds behind me and stuff. So, you're a people pleaser in recovery. Yes, me too. I've never joined the chat. Kind of cool here. Been watching a couple of years. Says Melissa Holman. You never been in the chat, really? Well, I'm excited. I just got to read your comment for the first time ever. So, high five, Melissa Holman. Wheezy Snacks. I'm way older today, clearly. Jungle Rumbler says, happy birthday, Jay. Thank you. Wow, you know when my birthday is? My birthday is in 1 month. Almost exactly. But thank you. I mean, hot. I meant hot. Oh, hot, as in attractive. Ooh. Ooh, thank you. Appreciate it. Ima! What's up, Ima? Good to see you. Let's see. And now everybody's wishing me happy birthday. Thank you. Super appreciate it. Jay, been a long-time viewer. Oh, David Honecker. Long-time viewer, nearly 10 years. Good job, my brother. Thank you, David. High five to you. Let's see. Lucy says, Molly, I feel that. What did Molly say? What are you guys talking about? I don't know. Let me continue on here. I wanna rock with you. Gyms reek of esteem. They reek of something. Oh wow, thanks Jay and the Good Vibes Tribe. You're super welcome, of course. Yeah, you have been around forever. I can't forget your pink motorcycle helmet deal. And plus you have a pretty recognizable name too. One Fan Club Rocks, I've been watching for a while. Thank you, nice to have you. Let's see. What else we got? Candy Jones, what's up Candy? So, let me tell you guys something. The only place in my life that I'm cool with having a thumbs up emoji is here on YouTube. In my personal life, if someone sends me a thumbs up emoji and they are anything but a business person, I take that personal. I'm one of those people that hates the thumbs up emoji. It's so, I mean, not here, Candy. Like here, thumbs up is good. I love getting thumbs ups, obviously. But in my personal life, if somebody texts me, if I say something nice to somebody or say something they don't like, God forbid, like emojis, like when I deal with my son's mom, listen, when I deal with her, after everything she says, she puts a clown face emoji because she's calling me a clown. I hate certain emojis. The thumbs up one is basically a middle finger, like in my personal life. Oh, I'm handsome, eh? Oh, you're gonna make some people jealous. Thank you. I feel like I should probably, man, I'm gonna go tidy up a bit. Thank you. I appreciate it. What else we got? Alvino Perez says, Jay, great job. Wanted to send you a video from Dutch Sense, an earthquake guy with an earthquake at the North Pole. Okay, sweet. There's one place that you can send that. People try sending me stuff all over the world, all over the place. They're like, oh, Instagram. Oh, I'm sending him something on Instagram. Snapchat. Oh, I'm going to send him something on Snapchat. Listen, I just want to give you guys a hint. If you send me random crap on Instagram or Facebook or wherever, anywhere but the one place I've asked people to send it to, I'm probably not going to watch it. That's pretty much it. You know what I would like to see? When people message me personally on Facebook or Snapchat or Instagram or any of those, TikTok, I would like to be treated like a human being and maybe introduce yourselves, you know? Hi, what's up, Jay? My name is so-and-so. You know, like normal people. It makes me feel normal. When people just send me a link, watch this. It feels like you're just throwing crap at me. You know what I mean? I don't like that. Unless you send it to the one place where I have told you that that's exactly what that's for, which is on my my posts. So go to my post section, and that's where you can send me stuff, and I'll take it seriously. What else? We are all working on our faults. Streamers love lurker. All snap, how do we keep celebrating your birthday? I don't know. Any book that I'm reading. Right now I'm reading, what is that book? I'm reading like a couple books, but the main one that I'm reading right now, I'm taking it with me to go camping so I can keep studying it, is, what is it called? It's got a really long name. Origin of the Human Race at the North Pole, or something like that. That's really good. It's a really good book. What else? Well, I guess a donation will be in order for your birthday. Aw. Well, sweet. That would be awesome. Money helps poor people, right? Money definitely helps. But yeah, I don't know. Just thank you. That's a very nice thought. How old am I going to be? 46. That's crazy to me personally. Because, yeah, I don't feel 46 is old. 40 anything is old. I'm not old. Fudge that. You know what I mean? I've seen some old people out there. I'm not one of them. Beans and Toast! What's up, Beans and Toast? Good to see you. Keep on showing up, Beans and Toast, and eventually I'll probably hook you up with a wrench too. Not quite yet. I'm still getting to know you. But pretty soon. Let's see. Amy says she needs to get my books. Yes. I don't recommend ordering my book in the next week because I'm taking all my book supply to the forest and hopefully sell all of them. So actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my website and take down all of my book offers for like a week. That way people don't accidentally purchase one and then it's going to take me an extra week or longer. Irene, what's up, Irene? Choice. Let's see. Thumbs up is like a FU. I know. I hate those. I hate that. It's like, hey, I really appreciate that you took time to blah, blah, blah. And they're like, good job. People need a emoji etiquette class, you know? Yeah, the thumbs up thing. I hate that. I hate all that crap. The heart, 100 laughing emojis. Oh, no, not really. I don't know. I have no idea if those help out or not. Sometimes I put them, sometimes I don't. I don't know. Beans and Toast. Peace from Scotland. Peace back to you. Let's see. What else? I love sending thumbs up. That's fine. On here, I don't care. I love thumbs up on YouTube. It's the only place, though. Oh my god, that's not cool. What else? Let me hear? Let you hear what? Let me at her. What? Oh, my ex. Yeah, I know. My son's mom. Ugh. I can't talk about her too much. She might be watching. Next thing you know, I'll be in court. I hate the roll eye smiley face. Oh, I know. That one too, right? Excuse me. My beard looks good. It looks okay, thank you. It's a little scruffy right there. Little scruffs. But I'm going to take care of that in about an hour. I'm going to go make sure I look decent for the forest. You have to look good when you go into the forest. What else? Oh, Moa Freestyle just gave me $2. What's my take on Yellowstone? Are animals really leaving? I've heard that. I've heard people say they're leaving. I don't know. If they are, I imagine they're going to head north. but I haven't looked into it a lot. He is so sexy. Who is so sexy? Did I miss something? Scott Lang. How about high five? High five to you, Scott Lang. The fringe intellect. Is she calling you a Nephilim? They look like clowns. No, she's just an idiot. She doesn't know how else to try to freaking insult me. She's trying to do things so that she can't get in trouble legally. She'll say, it's just an emoji. It's just a smiley face, which is literally what she tells me. Let's see. Must be the full moon. Must be. I do have many triggers. But you know what? I like it because every time that I realize I'm triggered, I learn. And I grow. I see past those triggers. Some of them fudge me up quick, honestly. But I also kind of like having some triggers, you know? Makes me fun. Makes me unpredictable. Sometimes it makes me predictable. Let's see. What else we got here? Oh man, everybody's wishing me happy birthday. I look good for my age. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. That does make me feel good. You know, I am single. I don't want to be single, but when you're single when I'm single for so long, every once in a while I can start like wondering what the fudge is wrong with me. You know what I mean? So I'm like looking in the mirror and I'm like, is it my face? Is it? No, it's not. You know what? I did that one relationship video and I got a lot of really good advice actually. And I've been learning a lot about women and men and relationships. I've been actually studying. So I put a lot of time. I've put hours and hours and hours into learning how to be a better man. I thought I had it on lock. No, I did not. I was missing some key elements, but I have been studying some really good, helpful channels that are teaching me about women and what women really want and how to be a good man to myself, for myself, and stop caring about what women want, honestly, which makes them want you even more. It's crazy, but I'm learning a lot of stuff. What else? Anything else here? Eddie knows. What's up, Eddie? Do you think AI will eventually expose the reset, the firmament, and other beliefs of Hyperborea? No, I don't. I went to take out the trash and Jay's still on. And you're still number 2 in the chat. Does it say that when I pop it up? No, it doesn't. Let's see what else we got here. I'm trying to catch up. I'm way back. You guys are going fast. Oh, Amy. Amy, thank you. I like your name, by the way. Well, True Seeker, look for tree portals in the forest. I sure will. I'm going to look for all kinds of stuff. I'm going to take lots of videos while I'm there. Lots of pictures and stuff. Beans and Toast says, I'm just an average dude from Scotland that's learned common law and sovereignty around 2008. Haven't come out of the rabbit holes. Learned lots of stuff. I like your ideas. I've watched for years. That's terrible, right? It sounds good to other Americans, I'll tell you that. All my accents, they sound great to other Americans. Let's see. Rightfully so, he does not want to be objectified. Yes, I do. You don't know that. I like being told I'm handsome. I like compliments. I'm just trying to be humble. I don't, you know, make a big deal about them. But on the inside, there's fireworks. Don't diss my thumbs up. I won't. I like your thumbs up. Let's see. Have you watched the Zero Theorem? I've never heard of that. Sounds interesting. But always the PS5 and the X used to go mental. I don't know what that's about. Let's see. Oh yeah, a lot of X's are crazy. Stay single. I just might. I might. Let's see. Let's see what else. I'm too old for you. Oh, all right. Well, you have a cute cartoon. Ready to mingle? You guys are cracking me up. We're getting loose now, huh? You You guys are testing out the little, where are his boundaries? That's what's happening. It's tough to be single. It's tough to be coupled. Yeah, I know, right? Everything's tough these days. I don't mind. I just want adventure. I'll find it by myself, no matter what. Awareness is key. Yes, happy birthday. Thank you very much. It's because you're from the tribe of the Tree of Life frequency. It doesn't gel with many women. True, that doesn't gel with a lot of just people. But I don't care. Right? Let's see. Chosen ones are loners. She will find you. There's no she for me. I gave up on all that crap. Sorry. I appreciate it though, Scott. I know what you mean, but I'm not looking for a she or a he. Okay, let's make that abundantly clear. In case you haven't realized how straight I am. It's very straight, okay? Like, I'm very straight, I should say. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm not looking for anything, okay? I'm just on an adventure. I was looking for all kinds of stuff. In my past, I was looking for a wife, I was looking for a girlfriend, I was looking for this, and that's why I wasn't finding it, okay? I'm done. I gave up. I just want to smile. I just want to feel good, and I want to enjoy life. So, I'm going to do whatever I want, and that's my motto. What's a motto? Nothing. What's a motto you? I'm going to do whatever I want. Boom. And walk my path. And if other people jump on my path, sweet. But I don't even care. Like I'm all I'm doing is just I'm going to live my best life. And I'm going to do things that I enjoy that better my life and make me a better JayDreamerZ. Not for all of you, not for my children, not for anything except for me. Because this is my life and I'm going to enjoy it and live it as best as I can. And that means making subtle changes and things and, you know, really taking the reins of my own life. Now, by bettering my life, I will better my children's lives. My son's life, especially, since he's, you know, a young boy. And I will better, hopefully, your lives by making myself better and being a little bit selfish in that respect. Let's see. What? Your girlfriend got robbed in Egypt? Wow. Oh, yeah, that film, What Women Want, is the opposite of the truth, okay? They don't want any of that crap. They don't want... trust me, they do not want some guy that's trying to relate to females and feminism and all that garbage how the movie shows you. It's the opposite. What else? Let's see. The trees really do seem to be portals. Sweet. Very nice. Well, that's good. What else? Oh, I sound like Sean Connery. Let my armies be the rocks and the trees and the birds in the skies. What else? I'm skipping all kinds, I'm sorry, but the chat just skips on my side for some reason. I'm not a Leo. I'm a Virgo. Who just joined? Alex Hunter. Hey, what's up, Alex? Welcome. Let's see. Amy's clarifying. She's like, hold on, wait a minute. Just so you know. Find my match at an open mic night. I may have done that a time or two, actually. Usually it's karaoke, actually. What else? Gel as in plasma. Fire extinguisher. Femboys are looking pretty good these days. I wouldn't know. I don't check out dudes. I don't check out dudes that think they're girls. I don't check out any kind of dude in any kind of way. And on the dating app, if it even looks like a dude at all, I'm swiping so far to the left. I don't just meet girls on dating apps. I should probably shut up about dating apps. People are gonna think I'm lame. Let's see. Now I'm thinking about things. Yes, pondering over here. Let's see. What else? I don't know. The chat's skipping too fast. I know. People don't know what they want. That's why you should just do whatever you want, right? Like, just live in the moment. Do whatever you want in that moment. Like right now, I just wanted to keep talking. So here I am. Am I going to live stream or record at the Jackalope Festival? I don't know. It depends on the internet situation. I heard that they have some internet, but I don't know, like, I don't know how strong it is. I don't know how good it is at all. It's the Skylink one. It's the Elon Musk one where you have to, like, chase after it. The satellites train or whatever. What part of Arizona? I have no idea. It's somewhere in the forest. You'll have to look it up. They have some kind of instructions somewhere. I have no idea where it is. Like 2 hours away from the New Mexico border, I think. 2 or 4. Molly McGreevy. Aw. Yes, I see. What else we got? Open muted mic night. I know, I screwed that up so bad. Messed that up. Let's see. The guy that was playing us, I don't know what that means. Keith's cracking up. Strange world we live in these days. I was clicking around. Open muted mic night. What's up, Candy? This is the best channel. Oh, thank you. Train of orbs. Oh yeah, maybe. Could be. Didn't you say white people are from space? Yes, I actually sort of did say that. Can you explain what that means? Yes, I can. Are they not of terrestrial origin? Like alien? Yes, they are not. Or left and came back. Where are Asians from? All very good questions. All very good questions. Yes, I did say white people are from beyond the dome. Not space. Just high up in the sky, but beyond the dome. Can I explain what that means? Yes. Oh, it just deleted it. Never mind. I'll just take it down. All right. Let's see what else we got. Welsh, appreciate you. Thanks for taking it with a grain of salt. Appreciate you. You keep, not unkept. Very nice. Scott, no mute. We all good? Oh, he's watching in the past. Okay, that makes sense. I forget that some people are like behind, so they're still in the chat. And they're like, "You're muted. You're muted." JayDreamerZ, wake up. Am I the only one that feels so much is going on? It almost seems it's a smoke screen for something. Yes, the apocalypse. I know. I'm gonna go back and watch this episode. Probably laugh at the muted parts. I'm never doing that again. I will never touch the mute button ever again. I don't care. Never. I don't care if there's a train. I don't care what happens. Marisol, what's up, Marisol? It was nice to chat with you earlier. I was able to finally say hello, figuring out how Facebook works. And Welsh Truth Seekers busting up. What time is it over there in Scotland? Scotland. Scotland. Scot. The problem with Scotland is it's full of Scots. Ha 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 ha. That stupid guy, Longshanks. Remember that? The whole bit, the whole knocking bit you just did, it's exactly how I feel. I know. Wake up, JayDreamerZ. I wish there was a way besides super chats that you guys can like shake my screen or something to get my attention. Let's see. Blue-eyed Princess Warrior. I'm curious about white people beyond the dome. Have I done a video about it? I have not like done a dedicated video. It's pretty simple though, okay? Out beyond the dome, there is no focal point called the sun. They just have ambient light. So it changes your skin, and your skin adapts, and it doesn't create as much melanin. Not melatonin, as I sometimes mistakenly say. It's because I take melatonin, so I get the two confused sometimes. So they just get really pale, that's all. The people inside of the Earth, they have an inner Earth sun. So that affects them, and it's probably a different color than ours is. And so they tend to change colors. Their color corresponds to the color of the inner Earth sun. And then up here on the surface, we've got our point of focus, and people that stay up here and make a living out of being survivors on the surface, their melanin, I knew I was going to do that. Their melanin changes and adjusts and adapts, so they get darker. 3 main ones: from below, surface dwellers, and from beyond. Elsewhere. Sorry for the false alarm, but a lot of us were experiencing clipping. You're good. I don't mind. Some people tell me. I do go back during some videos and I check, and I get so sad if anything's messed up. Fudge, I just saw the time. I gotta go. I got a lot of stuff I need to still do. I have to leave early tomorrow, so I really enjoyed hanging out in this little post live stream hangout session though. I like it. But I definitely gotta go. Hold on, somebody just sent me a PayPal. Melissa Holman. I don't see a message because it's just a notification, but I'm imagining you probably said happy birthday. So high five, Melissa, whatever. I'm going to check your message. I hope you guys leave messages when you send PayPal donations, because I really like reading them. I really do. Yeah, I'm going to go. I got a lot of stuff to do. I only have a lot of energy and I just want to talk because of the stupid coffee I drink. But I got a lot of stuff I still need to do. A lot of preparations. So, I probably won't be putting out a video except for just live videos or stuff I'm uploading from, on location in Arizona. So, yeah, I'll see you guys when I see you. Molly, thank you so much for your last second donation. That was very kind and thoughtful, and I appreciate it. Scott says Cash App on the way. Oh, thank you, Scott. I'll keep an eye out for that. High five to you, Scott. For pow. All right, cool. I'm going to go. I got lots of stuff to do. I just took the chat down. I'm not going to run the credits. It's going to be an awkward, I'm going to end the live stream. So I'm going to wait a few seconds because sometimes when I click in the live stream, I cut myself off. Put the microphone away. It's such a good feeling to know you're alive. It's such a happy feeling. You're growing inside, and then you wake up ready to say, I think I'll make a snappy today. It's such a good